How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks and we focus on one thing. Always protect your profits. And today we're going to be talking about MMAT metamaterials. We've been seeing, hey, this stock has been quite volatile. So in this video, we're going to be talking about what we want to look forward to seeing going into next week. But before we get started, of course, we have to go over the agenda. If you're new to this channel, I just want to let you know we have timestamps down below inside the description. But if you are a shareholder or you're thinking about taking a position, I highly suggest you watch this full entire video. So the first thing we're going to be going over is doing a technical analysis. We want to know, what are those areas of support? What are those areas of resistance? And where do we want to see metamaterials actually go in regards to seeing some moves to the upside and a reversal of this downtrend that it has been in? And then secondly, we're going to be taking a look at the short interest information. We want to know the reason why this is so important, because this will tell us whether MMAT has short squeeze potential. And what that means is if there's a lot of buying pressure, this stock can go boom all the way to the upside. And then we're going to be taking a look at the order flow distribution. We want to know, are institutions loading up on shares? Are there any large scale orders? We've been seeing this, and it's one of the reasons why we have to look forward to actually keeping track, because then we can look forward to seeing spikes inside of the stock. And then when all of that is done, we'll be going into the final thoughts. So let's get started. So we're going to be doing a technical analysis for MMAT metamaterials. So let's see how it performed on Friday. So it ended up closing at $3.49, being up 1.75%. On the low, it tested $3.35, and then on the high, testing $3.61. When we take a look at the volume stats below, you can see we traded 13.226 million shares on Friday, and as far as for the average over 10 trading days, it is around 29.547 million. So well below average there. So now let's take a look at a chart. We are using the 1-year daily chart. So when we see the RSI down below, you can see it's around 39.72. And as far as our indicators here, we are below the 21-day EMA. We're also below the 100-day, and we're also below the 200-day as well. And of course, we've been on a bearish trend. But one of the things that we're actually seeing here, we see some accumulation, we see some support and some consolidation building up in this particular area. I was telling you guys, I don't like seeing MMAT being underneath the 200-day, but if it can continue to build up support and strength within this range, then we can look forward to a move to the upside, and also wanting to see it come back to reclaiming the 100-day. But do keep in mind, this will be an area of resistance for MMAT. So what we need to look at as far as for the short term here is being able to get past this area of $4. Once we can get past this $4 area, then I'm looking forward to seeing more of a bullish movement. If we do decide to pull back like we've seen in the past, we want to see this area of support hold up here at $3.13. But as you can see from the MACD down below, I'm looking for that curl. I'm looking for that move up to the upside there. So we're going to have to be patient and see what happens. But if we continue to see the trends that have been happening inside the market with small cap stocks, I feel that metamaterials will not be immune to this. So it might consider the pullback. And that's part of the reasons why I was showing you guys these prior areas of support that I want to see hold up. So we're going to take a look at the short interest information for metamaterials. So let's see. The short volume ratio is at 33.29%. As we scroll down on the page, the short shares availability is at 1.9 million, updated a minute ago. And as far as for the short ball free rate, it is at 3.58%. When we take a look at the history of the short volume ratio, according to FINRA here, we can see the close as of July the 23rd. It's at 55.36. Through this period, going as far back as July the 12th, the highest that it's ever been, you guys can see right here, is at 59.09. So taking all of this into consideration, definitely a lot of short squeeze potential in metamaterials. And of course, for us to be able to force this, there has to be a lot of buying pressure and a lot of volume coming through the stock. Now let's take a look at the order flow distribution for MMAT. So we can see here on the inflow, we have 11,936. So we have 0 on the large, 7,291 on the medium, and 4,645 on the small. As far as for the outflow side, we had 9,249 with 0 on the large. On the medium, we have 6,496, and on the small, we have 2,752. When we take a look at the large scale orders in the last 5 days, as far as for the 23rd, which was a Friday, we had 0, but of course what we covered on July the 22nd, it was at 54.28. So it was great to see that MMAT ended up having an inflow day. So we want to see a continuation of this going into next week. And part of the reasons being is I want to see it getting above $4. I feel like it's very doable, but of course you've been seeing a lot of small cap and penny stocks getting beaten up as of late. So if we start seeing a trend reversal, that's part of the reasons why I feel like MMAT should start looking bullish. So now let's jump into the final thoughts. So for my final thoughts for MMAT metamaterials, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how well it performs going into the week. One thing we do need to keep in mind is the fact, yes, we are seeing some inflows, so we can look forward to seeing some spikes. And these spikes, I know what you're saying, well, Dre, it's not able to actually hold its gains. What we want to focus on is increasing levels of support. We already know, yes, it has been on quite the downtrend, especially after the split was occurred and everything has gone down in regards to the merger. And many people have been selling out of their positions because, of course, there are some people who are just don't want to hold the stock. Maybe they might be panic selling for whatever reason that it may be. They don't believe in the long-term prospects and so on. So when we get that, along with a lot of shorts who are also inside of the play, the stock is definitely going to be impacted by this, and in most cases it's negatively, and this is what we're seeing going on with metamaterials. When we took a look at Fintel, taking a look at the short interest information, you could see shorts are still heavily vested in this play, but at the same time, the good part about this is it does give us some short squeeze potential. So if we get a lot of volume and there's a lot of buying pressure, then of course this stock can make some serious moves to the upside. But another thing also to understand, it's open to a lot more manipulation. And as far as for the overall market sentiment is concerned, it is fairly negative. Whenever you see short interest that high, it's just pretty much saying, shorts saying, hey, it's too expensive. They want the price to come down further. I know it's come down quite a bit, but hey, they're saying, you know what, it is just not low enough. So just be aware if you have an investment inside of MMAT, make sure you continue to do your homework, do your due diligence. I feel this is very key because especially when you see it fluctuating the way it's fluctuating, you want to make sure you have a level head and you have confidence in your investment. And even if you have a high cost average, hey, this might be an opportunity for you to average down as well. So what I'm saying is, yes, I want to see a reversal in the overall pattern. It's looking like it's sitting right on support. It's showing some strength. We want to see it being strong above the 200-day, making that move to the upside. But again, at the same time, I would not be surprised if it pulls back further, just due to the fact that we how the market conditions have been, especially with a lot of money going into the big cap stocks that are actually killing it. So we'll have to be patient, see what happens. Hope you enjoyed this video. We'll be talking real soon.